White House on Saturday. And as you know, and if you're hearing this as it's broadcast on Genesis on Saturday afternoon, I think the program starts about 1 to 2 Eastern Time. If you hear this and you're anywhere near Washington, D.C., drop everything and head for the White House. That is the Farragut West, Farragut North, or McPherson metro stops, and troop on over to Lafayette Park. And there you have a protest directed specifically against Obama, the warmonger, Butcher Barkey, warmonger-in-chief, escalator-in-chief, and decider of war and genocide. He's just received today, this afternoon, or this evening in Oslo, Norway, the Orwell Prize for doublethink. And he has given a speech which will rank with the tirades of Dr. Goebbels as an exercise in war is peace, peace is war, and other absolutely insane nonsense. But the big thing is now the demonstration at the White House, and that is on Saturday, 12/12, Saturday the 12th of December, starting at 11 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. A long list of speakers, 3 presidential candidates leading the lineup. That is to say, former Senator Mike Gravel of Alaska, Democratic presidential candidate, Congressman Dennis Kucinich of Columbus, Ohio, Democratic presidential candidate, and former Congresswoman Cynthia McKinney, Green Party presidential candidate, and she went all the way to November 2008. So 3 presidential candidates protesting Obama's war, Obama's escalation, Obama's, well, I would read it as an attack on Pakistan directly. Other speakers include David Swanson of After Downing Street, Brian Becker of the Answer Coalition, and Deborah Sweet of The World Can't Wait, along with others. A couple of state legislators will be there. Granny D will send an address to be read in her name, and Rabbi Michael Lerner, interestingly, also an address supporting this effort. So there will be some media there, and that's going to be an important turning point. It marks, I believe, a key phase in the regroupment of the peace movement, which had been completely dispersed, paralyzed, and driven underground by the Obama hysteria. And now that Obama brainwash job, that hysterical mobilization of lemming legions, that is dissipating, and now you're going to see, I believe, Obama come under increasing criticism from his left, or maybe better, anti-war flank. Obama the warmonger, Butcher Barkey, Barack Hussein, how many kids did you kill today? Right? That was the LBJ one 40 years ago, and this is now for Obama, and he has embraced this with both hands and with his teeth. So a warmonger in the White House, and we've got a crisis now, and a situation of instability unseen since, in particular, the days of Lyndon B. Johnson. And again, Johnson had many positive things going for him. Obama, well, nothing, all in the negative column. Now, we're going to be following how of course, these peace groups, anti-war groups, were essentially duped and turned into AstroTurf by Axelrod and Obama. It was the peace movement, really, that provided the shock troops that put Obama into the White House. And that is now the fate that threatens the Tea Party movement. That you can learn something from the impeachment, anti-war, and related forces in 2007, 2008. They were essentially duped and used as tools by Obama Axelrod in their trilateral-funded, trilateral-inspired climb to power. You had to have shock troops in the Iowa caucuses and other caucuses. You had to sweep aside the other candidacies, Mrs. Clinton and Edwards and the rest of them. And that's what these unfortunate people were allowed to do. And now that's happening equally to the Tea Party people. They're essentially being used by a faction of the Republican Party to take over the party for various reactionary ideas. And notice that there's no, you don't get any anti-Fed action at these Tea Party rallies. You don't get any birth certificate action on Obama at these Tea Party rallies, and it's all controlled from the top by Republican operatives who are globalists, globaloni activists. They're Wall Street-dominated corporate mainline Republicans, and we'll be looking into that in just a minute. But let's now look at the war news. We put forward last week the thesis, Obama has declared war on Pakistan. And it's very interesting. We have Ibrahim Sajid Malik of Sama Television, S-A-A-M-A Television, which is one of the top 2 or 3 networks in Pakistan. And he had posted, and I hadn't seen it, on the 2nd of December, did Obama declare war on Pakistan? ? Now, Ibrahim Malik was up there in West Point, New York. He was present at the U.S. Military Academy. He did an interview with Secretary Clinton in the hallway, and his lead is speaking to a hall full of cadets at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. President Barack Obama almost seemed like he might be declaring war on Pakistan. Every time he mentioned Afghanistan, Pakistan preceded that mention. Sitting on the back benches of the hall, at one point I almost jumped out of my chair when he said, quote, this is Obama now, the stakes are even higher with a nuclear-armed Pakistan because we know that al-Qaeda and other extremists seek nuclear weapons, and we have every reason to believe that they would use them, close quote from Obama. So Malik goes on saying the shock was that a succession of American presidents and other officials have officially confirmed that the Pakistani arsenal is secure. But now, as we pointed out in this broadcast last week, this is now part of the Bush-Obama preventive war doctrine, because the argument is, and this is the basis of the war now, right? We can't wait for the smoking gun to arrive in the form of a mushroom cloud, and in this case, it's the Pakistani nuclear arsenal falling into the hands of al-Qaeda. And as Malik points out, talk like this only serves to embolden the terrorist elements that seek to destabilize the entire region. And he points to the same article I mentioned last week, which was that New York Times one, between the lines, the focus on Pakistan. So, says Malik, basically President Obama has confirmed the narrative that was being constructed through leaks to the media for the past 8 years. You know, the A.Q. Khan story. And remember some of those 9/11 truth gatherings when we had Paul Thompson from the complete 9/11 timeline, always talking about Pakistani nukes, A.Q. Khan. Gee, what a funny topic to bring up. So Obama has declared war on Pakistan, and we'll have more about this in just a second.